Here's another tale for you while we're around the campfire. Not long ago, I heard about the tale of a raggle-taggle group of fresh-faced adventurers who set forth from the keep on a quest to retrieve the fabled cheese of endless flavour, a much sought-after ingredient the town's chef had been attempting to locate, and which she now believed might be located in the caverns, a treacherous underground network of caves and tunnels out west, the cheese having been stolen and perhaps stashed there by local bandits. The party consisted of Grumblebeard, a grumpy dwarf cleric, Ardrill, an elven rogue with a penchant for spectacular acrobatics, Bjorn, a bumbling but good-hearted human barbarian, and Sparkles, an eccentric gnome wizard known throughout the realm as much for their mismatched socks as for their developing arcane proficiency. After marching for a day or so as they ventured deeper through the wilderness, hopefully towards the caverns, Bjorn trying regularly but unsuccessfully to cheer up an increasingly annoyed Grumblebeard, the party encountered a peculiar sight. From behind a heap of large, vine-crusted rocks, a number of small creatures resembling fluffy woodland critters suddenly ambushed the party with tiny paws and furiously wagging tails. In the midst of an otherwise silent field of grass, therefore, the adventurers found themselves besieged by what felt like a legion of squirrels, rabbits, chipmunks and more. The creatures swarmed them from all flanks, their tiny paws and claws poking and prodding. Grumblebeard swung his mighty axe, attempting to fend off the fluffy onslaught, but it was like trying to swat flies with a sledgehammer. Ardrill, with her nimble elven agility, tried to perform an acrobatic flip to escape the critter chaos, but she ended up doing an unintentional somersault and landed in a heap of stinking cow dung. Bjorn, the towering barbarian, found himself surrounded, and it took everything within him not to stomp his way free. Amidst all the chaos, Sparkles stood still, somehow finding themselves to one side and able to observe the scene with a bemused expression. Suddenly though, just as the scene threatened to turn less innocent as the rest of the party grew more and more frustrated, Sparkles had an epiphany. With a swish of their wand, they cast a spell to dispel what they had calculated to be a polymorph enchantment over the creatures. In a burst of magical energy, the animals transformed into a group of bewildered children, each of them now struck still and blinking at the sudden change. The children, now freed from their furry disguises, looked up at the adventurers with wide eyes. One of them, a freckled-faced girl with pigtails, spoke up. "Are you here to rescue us from the mean old hag?" Grumblebeard scratched his head. "Well, youngling, we were more on a cheese-related quest, but I suppose saving you is part of the heroic package." The rest of the party agreed, and so with the guidance of the local children, the group marched towards what the children exclaimed was the home of one Gertrude Snickerbottom. On their thankfully stealthy arrival, the old hag, very much taken by surprise, attempted to flee on her rickety broomstick. But Ardrill, now wielding a lasso made from her own roguish garments, expertly managed to capture the escaping witch mid-air. Once old Snickerbottom was apprehended, the children thanked the adventurers for their valiant efforts. Grateful parents out on a search for their children then arrived not long after, rushing to embrace their lost little ones before tying up the hag to be brought to justice. And so this newly formed party of adventurers, though confused initially by this rather unexpected encounter, began to realise that sometimes in the realm, quests could very much take an unexpected turn, from cheese-seeking to child rescuing, all in a day's work for a group of intrepid adventurers. Moreover, the party found in the grateful parents a set of helpful allies, because through the guidance shared enthusiastically by the parents, the party learned a safer shortcut to the caverns, and one step closer to this endless flavour-packed cheese.
This tale was brought to you by vengersdicks.com. Please tip or support your host at patreon.com/vengersdicks and subscribe wherever you watch or listen. Until next time, tread with care in the realm.